Alright, everybody, welcome back. It's Boon here from Boon and Bros. And after days and nights recuperating in the hospital tent, after the wounds sustained in the Barbarian Uprising, I now stand on my own tomb feet again. We are back at camp. We still have a Barbarian Uprising to get under control in the local area. You can see our unrest is through the roof. But I'm alive and well and back, ready to mount an offensive. So today we're going to start with some changing of our defensive features here. And I've got a new tutorial video that's going to be coming out about getting the perfect start. And today we're going to use one of the things that I have been trying to use in my new start. So what we're actually going to do first and foremost is we're going to extend our wall over here. So we're going to go ahead and get the big boys, and it seems to be pretty lined up already. So we're just going to extend our wall a few here to give us some space for the army to stand inside the walls during a barbarian incursion. So I'm going to extend the wall out 3 on each side, thereby giving me a little more space behind the gate. Right. We need to go ahead and assign some workers and some guards. At the moment, I believe we are still waiting to get our men promoted. They're very close to promotion. And so we're going to work on our camp defenses here a little bit. While we're still, a little softened from our wounds, we're going to talk a little bit more about strategy, defensive-wise, and like I said, I've been working on a tutorial for getting a good start in Warlord Britannia. Three. Actually, you know what? We talked about it last time, and I think we're going to do it instead. We're going to relocate the camp. Cannot pack up camp while under assault. Are we under assault? Oh, the raid coming from... There's a raid coming from up north, I believe. Alright, well, I guess we're just going to have to make our stand here. So we're going to go ahead and keep putting in our wall here best as possible. Oh, we're out of wood. Time to go thwack some trees with our stick. We have been campaigning pretty hard, which is probably why the unrest is so high, and probably why our camp supplies are so low. So this shows you right here a great folly that you want to avoid, and I'm glad that I could show it to you first. With the new mechanics, you definitely don't want to be pushing too hard. This game is going to be about logistics and pacing. So you're going to want to make sure that you give yourselves ample time for the unrest to die down and for your men to recuperate and for your workers to upgrade defenses, and we're going to go ahead and today really work on our fort and make sure that when the barbarians come, we are ready for them. What's going on with the men? Okay, they're having a panic attack over here, it seems. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of this charge wall here. I think we've put our tents a little too close together here. Now, or what are we looking at for? We have 305 storage, so it shouldn't be a problem. I've targeted some trees here. Now, why are my workers not... Alright, we're going to make everyone a soldier, call them to arms. Let's get... Okay, so disband the men. Take 30 men. Take 10 men. That leaves roughly 60 men still on guard. Now, why is nobody going out to harvest the trees? Toby Eats Toes. How's it going? No, that you are correct. That's not an 8. What's going on, Amir? Pyro, welcome. So we're trying to figure out at the moment why our men are not doing their jobs. They're just having a panic attack here in the middle of camp. Cannot camp while under assault. Are we under assault? I do not see any salt. Impregnate, welcome. Alright, I think we might need to deal with the farm near us. So we're going to call to arms, and we're going to get our men. And we are going to go deal with this farm over here on the other side of the camp. That might be why the men are not doing what they're supposed to do. Alright, put out the torches. There's plenty of moonlight. Do we have the men? Well, Pyro, we're going to be, that's part of the news today, is we're going to start shortening these to about an hour per episode. So they're a little bit easier to digest. I'm also working on a shortened series where I have an editor working on taking all the episodes and like kind of shrinking them down into more 15-20 minute digestible videos. Rome Total War is one of my favorite, Amir. Oh, wait, and as per usual, we have forgotten to activate our voice commands, so give me just 1 second. And hopefully we are back. Sorry about that. My browsing software apparently crashed, and I'm being attacked. That's good. Whoa. Battle formation. Get him! Advance! Sack this farm for Rome! Show them what we do to rebel scum! Alright, and we've taken the farm. So, we are going to do nothing. Oh, it seems to be there's a convoy here as well. That's why their army was so large. I was starting to wonder. Alright, men. Back to your lines. Marching order. All right. We're back. Hopefully OBS does not crash again. We've got 97 men. Legate Boon back on his feet. We are looking here. We have taken back the farm outside of where we are. Although unrest is pretty high in the region, I think what we need to do is relocate our camp further southwest and build a more defensible location that we can head up to the north and prevent barbarian uprisings from affecting us. Having our fort now so close, now that we've burned down the west, it provides a strategic location. Hey, bacon. So we're going to disband the men, and we're going to go to camp, and we're going to click relocate and confirm, and it worked this time. Perfect. Awesome. So we're just going to go ahead and pick up all this wood. Everybody is on the move. Today we're going to talk about defensive setups. Today we're going to work on our base and moving it further southwest, and then we will be able to, from a better position and a more logistically correct position, take our vengeance on the Barbarian Uprising that put me in the tent to begin with. Yeah, I was saying that maybe after the single player, you go to the main island and it's a giant, like, free-for-all multiplayer, kind of everybody has their own legion trying to get glory by taking towns. And the barbarians take them back, and then someone else can take them and show the other legionary what's for. All right. We are heading southwest. We've got 80 men and 43 officers. Wait, those numbers don't seem right. I guess so. That's a lot of officers. I think we're just low on men. We will push forward. I think a good location for us to set up is going to be in the remains of Carenthal. Or should we just go all the way to Balenthal and set up in the town that we took, where this all began, and just host our expeditions from here? Although that's a long way back to camp. I think Inverkirk is a better location. It's close to Dunsai, but it's out of the way of any trade routes. Either that or Craigleg Farm. Benebeg. I think we're going to go to Carenthal. It's not too far. We're going to go to Carenthal, so we're going to head mostly west. Oh, Bacon, you can join us. Give me just a moment. I just don't want to, actually, I don't want to crash the game by trying to launch. Hold on. Do we break everything right now? Thanks for being patient, people. Starting Discord, and there goes the stream quality. Oh. Well, Bacon, you broke it. I had to restart it because it broke. Unfortunately, something's going on. I'm gonna have to figure out why this OBS is crashing all of a sudden. It's only been acting up today. Well, Bacon, you're here with us in spirit and, well, clearly in the chat. I will try to fix that here momentarily. Bacon, can you go into the studio and remove the watermark off of our videos? Until we can at least update it. Go to the YouTube studio and go to the profile page where you select like the profile picture and stuff, and there will be a section for a watermark. It's the little logo that goes over our video. But at the moment, it's currently blocking your face in the bottom right corner. All right, we're almost there. We've hit the road. It's nice and quiet in this part of the world, thankfully. You know what? What if we just had giant balls of steel? Look at this patch of road right here. It's flat, kind of ornate. And the sun has come out. I think the gods are shining upon my new location. Ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, our new camp. So, what I'm going to do off the bat is this. I'm going to, now that I have my full legions. So there was one major update last time. If you watch, I believe episode 7, there was an update. But since I have not seen any further updates on the game, let me double check. Yep, nope, no more updates. We're currently at where we're at. So I'm backing off from my flag here where I would like to set my main, actually this is kind of a hill, huh? We're gonna go this way. Down the road, good ways, and then we're going to let our men come this way, and then we're gonna say, turn around! And we're gonna grab our V flag here, so we can see, and we're just going to kind of position ourselves right about where the flag should be. Perfect. All right, so now here's the thing that I want to start doing, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use torches, and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to mark the outer line of where my legion stands. And the outer line where my legion stands, kind of like that. Right, and then we're going to go to the back of the legion here, and you can see my blues are here, so I'm just going to put something like on the corner like that. Then we'll come over here. My furthest out Optio is somewhere like there. Awesome, so that's where my army sits. So now I'm going to go ahead and disband the troops, and we're going to get 20 workers, 10 guards. Everybody else can hang out for the moment. And we're going to go ahead and just start getting rid of all the trees in the area. What we really ought to do, though, is for now, we're just going to slap a bunch of chests down as a construction site just to get things up and running. And now that you actually have to have the wood requirement for storage, we're just going to slap down a whole bunch because this is just going to be the road. We're not going to actually have tents here. We're going to try to set this camp up a little bit better this time. So now that they're getting hard at work building all those chests, we're going to run around and set their next task, which is going to be getting all these trees out of our new camp. And get the men hard at work. Getting rid of my brush and my bush. You know, a lot of a legionary's life was digging and manual labor and digging trenches and setting up palisades and setting up camps and marching for days on end. You cannot remove the watermark. You can't play it at all on the RAM memory you have. That's unfortunate. I wonder if using a chest as a fence would. We should do some tests. I think we're gonna do a one of our after show videos. We're gonna do a little science test where I'll go into a new world and we'll build some different types of defenses, i.e., you know, like that with chests. And I had a couple other ideas. So like I was saying earlier, I'm working on a small tutorial a small tutorial series so that I can give you guys the perfect start when you're playing this yourselves. And there's a couple of new things that we're going to talk about today in the camp building that is going to help you out in the long run. And as long as your workers aren't stuck inside of a tree. Is there a worker stuck inside of that tree? And a worker stuck inside of this tree? What is going on? Is it because we don't have enough storage? I'm going to go ahead and say yes. Alright, yeah, they're moving again. Okay, so they were just standing at the trees too. So if we want these trees cleared, we got to put down chests. I wish we could get like a lumber pile. You know, that like a lumber pile that could hold more than a chest would be better. The chest should be for like silver and gold, and like you should have to have like the chests and the barrels for like barrels are for food, chests are for the silver, gold, and a big log camp pile that can hold maybe 100 logs or 200, 500 logs, whatever it may be. All right, so that should be enough on storage. Now, we have marked out here where our men can stand. Okay, the enemy is going to come from the north and the enemy is going to come from the east because we've positioned ourselves where we don't have any enemies to our southwest. And that's the main thing. So the enemy is going to come from this direction, right? So if I need about this much space, you can see there's the torch there, there's a torch there. That's how much space I need for my legion to stand inside the gate. So now I want to go back here, and we're going to start with our counterperch, and we're just going to start putting them down right behind where this should be. Now, the reason why I'm using this road here is going to make it nice, but the main thing I want to talk about is not putting your tents too close together in between the rows. So you can see at the last camp, they were getting caught up. When a battle happened, there wasn't really room for them to move. So the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start counting. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that will be an officer's tent. So that should be enough for 1 century, right? Now, we're going to switch back. So I'm going to look down the road, kind of angle myself up with the trajectory of the road. Now I'm going to go another one, another one, another one, another one. Yeah, that's true, Amir. Okay, so that's 2 centuries there. Now I'm going to... The men are all kind of moseying about. So I'm going to try to line up here with the other officer's tent across the road. And we're just going to slap him down there and start laying in our contubarium. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, so that should be 4. We're going to go on the other side of the officer's tent, and we're going to drop another 1, 2, 3, and 4, and get another officer's tent down here for us. Door facing this way, please. Alright, now we should have a nice little camp going down this road. So that should be enough right now for 4 centuries. So we're still missing a lot. 5 more centuries. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to come to the backside here, and I'm going to set up a secondary one like this. And I'm just, for the sake of saving my running back and forth with switching, we'll put both our officers' tents down. We're going to hit 4 to get rid of this tree. It's in our way. And we're going to go ahead and slap down the rest of our soldier tents. Okay, so now we're going to copy that on the other side, and that should give us 8 centuries worth of camping necessities. And you might say, Legate Boon, there are 9 centuries in your legion. Where will the last one go? Well, we'll get to that. After we get the main forces men down. The main forces men. The main... I don't know what I'm trying to say. The main men's camps. All right, and then at the end here, what we're going to do is cut down that tree. Down here at the end, we're going to have a little space. And Legate Boon's tent with his 1st century men will be up here at the end of the road. Just like that. And now we're going to go in here. And of course, if this is my tent, you know, we got to set up some guards. So we're going to go ahead and set up a couple guard points on either side of my tent. Actually, we'll put them like here. Get rid of that one. Yeah, so we should have a couple guards coming to guard my tent. And now we're going to deal with palisades. Now we've got the structure of our tent. We've set up enough for 9 centuries worth of men. We're going to come down here. We've got, from the flag outward, you can see to where our little standing torches are out here. This is how far the men need to be able to stand for the most part. So what we're going to do is I'm going to slap this like this, like we usually do, to get our front wall somewhat straight. Put 2 on either side. Not that one, please. Okay, so Now, here is the new thing that I want to start doing, and I'm calling it the Minnow Trap, or the Barbarian Trap. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your half walls here at an angle, and you're going to set them up somewhat like this. Now, that gap is still a little wide. You see how it's like almost too wide? What I'm trying to accomplish here, and you know what, we're gonna use the long walls for this, and we're gonna shallow the angle a little more, because the idea is that we are creating a choke point where they will have to enter our... Now, it makes logistics for us getting in and out a little more of a pain, but in the long run, it is going to make it better when the barbarians have to enter our base in single file. Now, that might be too much. There we go. So now they will have to enter this last corridor in almost single file, and as they come through, we will have our sentry pushed up against... Basically, the blue flag will be somewhere around here. So our men will be pushed up against this door. So as they come in single file, they will be surrounded on all sides, just trickling into your fort as they go. So I'm still going to put a crash wall on here, because that will just... If any of you have played 7 Days to Die, I mean, it looks better, but this is going to help with the pathing, because what you want to do now, whether it's game AI or you're talking about soldiers trying to siege your camp, if you can control the flow that they enter your fort, then you can control where and how you fight them. And that's what we're trying to accomplish here. Hello, everybody. Welcome, Marble and Oliver. And this time, there's no shortage of trees in this land, so we are not going to be skimpy. I'm going to add one more. And another. Yeah, thanks, Impregnate. Don't forget to give a thumbs up to the video. I always forget to say that because I'm too focused on having fun keeping my legions alive. But thank you. Yes, please. We appreciate all the likes. Sigmar, welcome back. All right. That looks about even, I'd say. And we're just going to start running out. We'll pull out our torch here so you can see a little better what we're doing. And we're just going to start running our walls overlapped by one post. Now, another little benefit when you're measuring things out, the other reason why I overlap this one post, if you see, you can see how the shadow overlaps. It makes it easier when you're setting this up. I can go 1, 2, 3. Okay, I counted 3 of them. Obviously, they're building them right now. It makes it a little more difficult. But sometimes what I like to do, if I wasn't trying to get this built up as we go, I'll go in here and don't set any workers, right? Not going to set any workers. Then you can go in here and build and see how it looks and set it up. And then when you like it and you've got everything lined up and the tents line up and, oh no, now these tents are going to be a little too close. I think I should change where the wall is, you know? Actually, that's a real issue right now. So we're just gonna ski that wall a little out a little. And actually, if I look down the row of tents here, more like that. Okay. So we're gonna come back here to the beginning. and see if that... I love how easy it is to just put things up and down. Hey, Sigmar, welcome. Yeah, we like that if you put your Discord name as the same as your other gamer tags and things, so that way when people are talking and meeting and we can, you know, get to know each other better and know who's who, and makes things a little less confusing. Especially when there's so few of us and so many of you. Oh, I love the sound of the night. Peaceful. Look at how peaceful the British countryside could be if you just burn out all the barbarians. The game is on Steam, Oliver. I believe it's like 17 or 18 bucks right now. It's definitely less than $20 on Steam, and you can pick it up right now from Darkmatter Games. Darkmatter Games is a one-man group dev team who's been working on this for going on 5 years now, I believe he said. Yeah, well, we like to keep our village burning in-game, Toby. It makes it better that way, because otherwise, you know, here's the main thing, is the world sucks, but those people go to jobs that make things happen so that we can do fun stuff like this. So, as much as the world sucks, you got to learn to look at the silver lining in it. Find the little things that are worth living for. And don't focus on all the bullshit. Because guess what? It's like 90% bullshit. Alright. Look at these walls going up. So peaceful out here in the moonlight. Yep, still got no workers because I want to make sure that this lines up first before I go. Now the question is, can I place this without moving the tree? No. 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 Okay, looks like we're going to have to assign some workers. That's alright. That part of the wall is pretty much straight. Is this actually straight? Alright, so what we're going to do is while they work on that half of the wall and start removing those trees, we're going to go over to the other side. This is one thing I like to do. I've already got this lined up on the plane. As you can see, as I move around, it stays on that same plane that it was over there. So if I come over here, I know that my walls are going to be lined up again on this side. So it looks on this side, though, the camp is a little bit, looks like the road and the camp is not straight. So we're going to run down this way. It looks like we should be fine, though. We're just going to adjust our angle based on the tent line, and then we're going to come over here and start working on this side. Looks like the sun's coming up. Finally get a little bit of sunshine. Yeah, thanks, Oliver. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe and to keep up to date with all of the latest Warlord Britannia content and other stuff. Bacon's been playing Fae, a really cool game, a nice relaxing game. I like to watch it at night when I drink a little tea. You guys should definitely go check out his video when you get the chance. It's a nice relaxing watch. I like to put it on my laptop and sit in my armchair. I smoke my tobacco pipe with my fedora, and I watch Fae. V Rising. You'll have to send me the link to that one. I'll have to check it out. It doesn't sound familiar to me at the moment, unless you're abbreviating something that I'm not getting. Yeah, Sigmar, we are a group of YouTubers. That's why it's called Boon and Bros. There's actually 6 of us, and Right now, me and Bacon and Kevin and Borda are the main ones that are trying to get the channel going and get content out. But the group of us have been playing together for good like 5-6 years now. We've been playing a lot of games. We host a lot of servers, 24/7 dedicated servers for different games that we play, and we invite everybody to join us when we do. And you can definitely find out more about that by getting in our Discord server, which the link is in the description. All right, 90 fireworks went off. That is quite loud. All right, looks like they got this side of the wall built up, but they still haven't cut down this tree. It's about vampires, survival, I think, and nice. Yeah, no, I haven't seen that one. I'll have to check it out. You should send me a link in the Discord. Where do I really not have... Oh, those are guards. Get 40 men in here. Can we get this burnt down? Are we just missing... I think we just need storage is what's going on. So we'll continue our palisade on the other side. Oh, wow. This game is not multiplayer currently, but it is in the dev's roadmap. If you've had a chance to check out the dev's roadmap, there's a lot of cool things he plans to add to the game, and eventually he does see a potential for multiplayer from what I've deduced. Alright, so that should be good on that side. Finally, that tree is gone. We can keep working this side. Hey, Colin, how are you? Alright, so we should be able to run a wall down the back of these fences down over here. And this will hopefully get us a fully enclosed camp. So I'm going to go ahead and pause all the workers right here, though, so that way I can make sure I get this wall lined up before they go putting it in, even though it's pretty easy to pick things up and slap them back down in this game. I just like to gonna start taking my time a little bit, seeing if I can't so right here. Oh man, my walls don't match. What am I gonna do? It's simple. We're just gonna go like this, and then you're gonna go like this, and then we're just gonna shorten this in. The cool thing about the palisades is that they can overlap pretty well, and if you go like that, and now we'll just get maybe a half wall because it's not that far, and then we'll get the overlap like this. Boom. And now you got a nice corner. Easy peasy. Someone squeeze me. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and throw some torches down around just to light up our camp, although we can probably put that one away. Now we've got all this room over here, nice little area over by the officer's tent, and it seems like this is where, you know, we would stack some supplies, and they've got chests all lined up, and because, you know, the Romans, and we got some more, and we put a barrel back there, we put a barrel over here, maybe a barrel there, maybe like 3 barrels right here, you know, go like that, and we have a slap barrel over here, and then, you know, we're gonna put some more chests, put a chest like this, put a chest like this. Like, angles don't matter. Don't worry about angles. Don't worry about it being nice, because here's the thing: if you keep adding a little shabba-dabba, shibba-dabee, shibba-daboo, and one of them, and then we're gonna go back in here and get some more barrels and throw them in there, and throw a barrel in there, and a barrel in there, and a barrel in there, and jumping around ghosts. You know me, Ghost Hunter Boon. that looks like it needs a barrel. Looks like it needs a barrel. Now, you know, I'm going to put a couple torches in there, light it up, make it look like, you know, people over here looking for stuff. And then you know what really tops it off and makes it look like this is the storage area? We're going to go like here. We're going to say, set a couple of guards watching this stuff. Because they would definitely, this is the supplies. They would be making sure that someone was paying attention and that, you know, soldiers weren't in here sneaking rations and things like that. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to set everybody to build. Now you're going to see this menagerie turn into an actual little guard post. All right, set a couple more guards. Okay, so now while they're building that, we're going to go to the front and we're going to work on the minnow trap, all right? We want to work on our defenses here. The men are coming from this way. We've got all these chests here. These will be gone here in a second. Once the other ones are built, we'll get rid of this because the army is going to stand here when we go to defend the gates. Now, when they single file in here, we want to make it as pain in the butt as possible for them to gang up. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these here, sticking off on this side. So what's going to happen is the AI is going to come in, they're going to run around the wall, and they're going to try to get straight to that door. So hopefully a bunch of them will push up against here. They'll get caught off the other guys trying to get in this way. Those guys will be split in the center. Is that centered? No. That's better. So creating this pathway where they have to really funnel in, and once they do, we're going to go over here and as well we're going to push them towards the funnel because we want them to get tripped up. We're not trying to make this easy for them. So, and we're going to run over here. So the movement is still there by our guys if need be, but they do have to kind of weave their army in here, and once they do, they're going to come face to face with my full legion one at a time. And then hopefully that should allow us to thwart any and all attacks coming in through the front here. Now, another thing we can do is we're going to go to the corners here, right? And we're going to just jet our corners out like this on all four sides. Now what this is going to do is this is going to cause the men that do, if they're not coming from the forward direction, i.e. the north, the east, they're going to end up coming from the back and trying to find a way into the wall. So they're going to be running along the wall, and they'll get caught up on these, and they'll have to go around and get caught up on those. And what that's going to do is if there's 20 men caught up over here, and 20 men caught up back there, and 20 men caught at the door, and 20 men are there, and then there's only actually 20 men that make it to the actual gate by the time that, because when that force started, they were all running together. And now they're trickling in, a few men at a time, defeat in detail. You want them fighting a little amount of your guys, a little amount of their guys fighting a lot of your guys over and over and over. And that's essentially the basis of defeat in detail. So now, normally I would go and put these on the back corners, but as we said, we have literally savagely burned the entire west. So we should not have to worry about any bandit uprisings coming from that direction. If they do, these front corners, we'll trap them here. And then they go, oh no, I want to, no, wait, and then I want to go this way. And then they're like, okay, I'll go this way. And then they get, oh, and then, and then one at a time, and then boom, full legion right in their face. They're fucked. Dunzos. And what this is also going to allow you to do is when you push your men up here, you'll have your legion like up in front of this wall. Your men will be standing here in front of the wall. So your men will be up in that doorway, choking them off. And when you hit charge, everyone's going to funnel in this radius to this point. And this is going to be the point. And you only hit the charge button if they're starting to actually push in. But we should be able to, therefore, stop any and all attacks. And now we've got room for our entire legion to line up inside the wall. So no more during armor allocation, we're getting raided by convoys. We're out of the way. We've got nothing to our backs, the enemy to our front. we are in a much more defensible position and a much more long-term position to launch our campaign back against the Barbarian Uprising. I think we got a little too bold for our britches. We bit off more than we can chew. And if you ever see two guys just stuck like this, I like to just go up to them, and if you just if you push on them a little, they'll usually get unstuck off each other. Their AI's bugged, trying to walk on each other. They're both trying to get to the sink. Go that way, go. Okay, looks like they're going in that tent to have sex with each other. And it's Rome. And look at that. Look at that. Okay, I don't like this. Let's get rid of that. But look at that. Just 2 legionaries guarding outside Legate Boon's tent along our new camp. We've got a couple of guards over here guarding our supply train, which has utterly trapped many, many men. I'm just kidding. They should be fine. We are going to, because I think we really need to have a lot more storage in here. And then we're going to go up front, pull out our construction boxes here so that our army can stand. We're just going to go start busting these down. Easy peasy. Oh my god, look at the dust. That dust animation might be a little much. You could smoke bomb. Maybe we should use these as a tactic. We just go build chests in their farm and then boom, and the legions run through the smoke. Well, you know what, Cooper? I think that could be said about every plan. You know, they say that no plan lasts being put into action. The second that your boots hit the ground, all plans go out the window and must be adaptable. And that's why adaptability is such an important... Our Emperor watching over the camp. But look at this. Our camp. We've got enough tents for everybody. We've got enough room for our men to freely walk around. We've got guards on duty protecting my tent, obviously important. Do you have something to say, soldier? No? Okay. But what we're going to do now is, now that everything is built up, we're going to pull down all the men. We're going to call the men into our new field. And we're just going to walk up here to the front door. See, now imagine turning the corner to just have a centurion and an entire legion behind him. Now, obviously, this is a little close, and they would also be in battle formation. So let's back these boys up a bit. We're going to just do a real quick one of those, and then now if I push it this way, the whole legion should spin around like a bunch of monkeys. Alright, and now if we just push them up, and there you go. As the barbarians come in, they'll be sitting 3 full legions in the front, right at their face. And when I hit charge, they will all converge on this point where the barbarians will be choked into smaller numbers. Robert, that is a great question. I currently have played 23 hours, it says. But we here at the 13th Legion are rich from our conquest of these barbarian lands. I wonder why they're so upset. Maybe it's because we took all their gold and silver. I'm going to go ahead and go to our little bit of our naming ceremony. So the 2nd century has been what we've been waiting on, and this man right here, congratulations on your promotion. Which means, where's our Tess? Mr. Tess, you are now Optio. Congratulations. And you, sir, who have been in here for 21 days, are now Tess of the First. Are we missing any other officers? We are not. Which means we're going to go into our camp, and we are just going to summon Caesar to send us more legionaries. Now, hold on a damn second. We should have enough tents. I did 1, 2, 3, 4. No. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Well, what we're going to do here is looks like we're short some tents. So it must be five of these tents per. So we're going to slap down a few more around here. Because it's 4 per men, 4 tents per century. I guess only the centurion shares the officer's tent, but there should be 4 men. There's 4 officers. Either way, it looks like we are short just a little bit. So we're going to go in here to some of our areas where we have a little extra space and throw in a couple more tents. Oh, that should be the other way. Oh, wow. I'm missing some chat. Yeah, no, soon I think you can have more Legion control stagnant. I have played Skyrim. I actually have a rather fun... I've been playing Skyrim in VR with a bunch of mods, and I've been playing a Sorcerer playthrough, and I have a magic mod that adds all sorts of new magic to the game, and there's lots of cool things in there I've been messing with. If you scorch every village, well, you'll have no gold. I'm sure everyone will raid and kill you before you get that far. Now we should have enough men to recruit. Lacking accommodations. Oh, because we have to build the tents. That makes sense. So we're going to just have them throw up some more tents real quick like. Got plenty of wood. Merry Christmas, Soviet. Yeah, that's true, Cooper. They are small. Just pack them in there like sardines. Oliver, my favorite game... I mean, Robert's asking what my favorite game... it's a hard question. I could tell you some of my top favorite games, like Elite Dangerous, Rome Total War, and Total War 2, Mountain Blade, Bannerlord, and Warband. I'm a big fan of survival games. I play a lot of stuff. I'm a big fan of survival games, tactical games, strategy games. I'm even in development of... I play a lot of board games in real life, and I have created a board game that I'm trying to get published. That's available on Tabletop Simulator if you guys want to play it. It looks like maybe we should free up a little movement in between our boxes here, as it seems like some of our men have gotten trapped. All right, we are looking at full men? Full men? Promote Legion. Oh, we're missing an 8th Optio. I did not know that. All right, so let's go ahead and call our men. Let's go ahead and call to arms, everybody. And look at that. They remembered the position. So now that I have that position, I can keep calling them back to that position. And that's really cool. All I had to do was call them to arms, and they lined up right back where I wanted them to. So when I'm in camp, when you get back to camp, you can set how you want them. And then just, as long as you don't tell them to follow you, they'll reform on that last held position. That's interesting to know. I have played State of Decay. We actually have a board game night this Saturday in Pregnate. We play once a week. A group of us friends get together and we play different board games every week. I think last week we played Pandemic. All right. We're going to hustle through here and arm our men. We now have a more strategically positioned camp. We have recuperated our losses and rebuilt our camp. We are ready for any type of barbarian retaliation at this point. And I think next time we're going to push back the lands that they think they can retake from Mother Rome. They think they can rise up in rebellion against us, but we will show them no mercy. We will take back what was taken back from... we'll take back what's been taken back. But next time, we will definitely push back in and make sure that we squash the Barbarian Uprising. And we have a strategic location now to get back to when they want to send their armies against us. We will be able to hold out against these barbarians in any number and any mass, and hopefully next time we will see our defenses in battle, as I'm sure when we start retaking the towns from the barbarians, they're going to be sending armies in to get us. So I'm going to go ahead and rearm all the men here. I hope you guys learned a little something and had some fun joining us with the camp. Glad to know that Legate Boon is not dead and that we will be back. We are not stopping. Rome does not stop. We will take this land. There is no other option. Caesar said by any means necessary, and if I have to, I will burn this entire land to the ground. So, thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you guys next time for another episode of Warlord Britannia. Have a good night, guys.